watching TV, looking at my phone. Then I thought, there's no person I'd rather text or talk to or think about or be next to more than her for the rest of my life. And at that point, I knew, I was like, this is her. She deserves more than what I can give her at the moment. And what she does, and if I'm lucky, I can give her 50% of what she deserves in the future. You know? But for her, I'm willing to give 150% for. And it all falls into place, you know, when that right one comes along. Because she knows who I knew she was also the one. She met my parents, and the first thing she said to my mom was that Richard is an asshole. But I like that. And no one's ever talked to my mom like that. My mom, and you met my mom, she gives me middle fingers. She hangs up on me all the time.
Yeah.
My mom knew, and I knew I was fucked because after that my mom was like, I like her.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, the rest is history. You know, she sees me for who I am. She accepts me for who I am and who I am not. And she pushes me to be better. Even when I feel like I've hit my threshold.
Yeah.
And I think you need someone that sees something in you that you don't quite see yourself, don't know how you're going to get there, but it's not going to let you shortchange yourself. You also need that with friends.
Yeah.
They don't let you off the hook. They don't let you make excuses. They don't let you settle for less than what they feel you deserve. And that's why our earlier point about knowing the one, like knowing who your friends are, who you surround yourself with, speaks a lot to who you're going to be as a person, who your family's going to be, what your legacy is going to be.
Yeah.
Because friends can build you up and they can tear you down quicker.
And get more realer than that.
You know? So you spend your time with these people. Like, you don't rush into relationships. You know who you are. You can't be good to someone if you're not good to yourself. Love yourself first and foremost, unconditionally.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you can learn to work to love someone else. Because no one deserves your baggage.
Not even close.
You have zero right to force your skeletons on someone else. Now, what you two decide to work on to be better as a unit is one thing, but don't come in there 25% and expect someone to make you 100% of a person.
I don't think you get much realer than that, man. I think on the opposite side of that, because I think I said earlier in this exact episode, like I feel like I've met women that qualify to be in my life at least 4 times. All right.
Now, what's been the problem?
Is that exactly what you just said? And that's why I say that. Like I came in there young, naive, and with an expectation of what I deserve. So I came in there with my own baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, you handicap a situation from the beginning. Because you come into a person that's qualified, but you have an expectation that's honestly usually not set by you. It's set by society. It's set by various people that are around you that are not your true friends, but are people that have usually an unrealistic expectation of you that doesn't play at all into the person that you are. And that creates a situation. So let me pause right here and say, first of all, I'm fucked up. This is gonna make this a good episode. But but I'm gonna go on to say like you know like I've met people multiple times that have held me down like nobody else has helped, and it could have been there just wasn't the right time or whatever. But maybe that time's passed and it's insignificant at this point. But at the same time, it's like I met people that were. And just because I want people to understand the gravity of what I'm about to say, I met people that were good for my soul. real talk.
Let's unpack that.
Yeah.
What does good for your soul?
Good for my soul means that I've had some violent tendencies. These people never wanted to see me do harm. I've got friends around me that I care about, and if it came down to them doing something to take care of my friends, they would have took care of it before they would have let me take care of it, because they want me to be good. They want my friends to be good, because they know that my friends being good means that I'm good. So I've had people come in and take care of everything from my son to my laundry. And at the end of the day, it was like, all right, these people are amazing, but this isn't the person that I envisioned myself with. Not because I have developed this person that I envision myself with, but because people have told me this is who I'm, the type of person I'm supposed to be with, which completely destroys your image of who you actually needs to be with. And when I say good for your soul, I mean somebody that will see to it that you grow physically, spiritually, emotionally, and in your career. People that are ready to support me on my 6-month deployments while I'm gone out of the States and I can't make contact. People that are ready to take care of my son. People that are ready to see to it that if I go down and I lose my job tomorrow, you know what? I'm a single income now, but I got you. And at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? And man, it plays so perfectly back into the theme of this episode. Like, honestly, I can't say that they were not the one at the time. Maybe I was not the one at the time. If I can't see the value of somebody that's ready to do something like that, then maybe at that moment in time, it's more so something wrong with me than it is with them. Yeah. And you have to be able to step back and evaluate who you are and understand. And people just, I don't know why, like people aren't truly capable of doing that. Sometimes you got to step back and say, you know what, there might be something wrong with me.
Sometimes it really is. Yeah, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, like sometimes you got to be able to step back and say, you know what, there might be something wrong with me.
Like, I'm fucked up. I will not treat you the way that you want to be treated, and more importantly, you deserve to be treated.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not to say that. That's not even to say that. Look, you go back to that person because maybe that wasn't what it at the time. That's not to say that, you know what, you go and try everything over. That's more so to say that you understand your flaws, you understand who you should be, and you correct going forward.
Yeah.
And being able to understand and correct situation like that is key, not only in understanding who you are, but it's key in understanding who you become. And I look at that as twofold, because most of the women that I met that helped me to that level of accountability, that like I met all of them later in life. All of my friends that still hold me to that level of accountability, I met 2010 and on. Like all the people that I call my closest friends, like I didn't meet them in high school. I met them 2010 and on. Because honestly, and that makes sense to me, because before then, I didn't know who I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was becoming who I was in all those years leading up to that. And then, like, when I met these people, I met them as who I actually was and who I understood I was and who I knew I would become. And they constantly keep me accountable on who I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to become. And with that alone, like when I meet somebody that I know that's not the one, I don't look at it from if my friends will approve it. I don't look at it if from my mother approve it. I look at it from the perspective of, do I have to change who I am? Because the second I'm around my friends and my family and I'm someone besides who they know I am, like that automatically says this is not the one. Are you going to spend the rest of your life with someone that you can't be yourself around? Because if you are that person, no matter if you're with them right now, if you've been with them, if you're going to be with them, I can assure you, I put this on the beating heart of my son, that is not the one. If you got to modify who you are to be with somebody, you with the wrong motherfucker.
And this applies across the board. Friends, family, spouses, significant others. If you feel that you're not being who you are, you don't feel that you can explore the depths of what you can be, what you aspire to be, then you have to move on. You have to cut them back. Because the human experience really is about self-actualization. And finding that unity with another soul, another spirit. I think that's all what we're working towards, you know? And hopefully, you know, throughout this thing we call life, that we find our way to find that counterpart in another soul. And it's not an easy task, but you know, I think a lot of times the journey is as fulfilling as the destination. And when you find that person, for those of us who find that person, you know, that we feel totally at one with, you know, the only thing we do is set the tone for generations to follow. But I think that's exciting. And that's the fun thing about life. And that's what we all live for.
I think that's more so, though, is just from my personal perspective. Like, I don't know. I constantly think about what I'm going to teach my son.
Well, if I were to tell you, if I were to ask you, what are the 3 core values that you would want him to embody for the rest of his life and pass on to his son, what would those 3 be?
Man.
3. I'm making it kind of tricky confining it to 3.
No, I think I could do that though, because I think I could sum them up in 3. So first and foremost, I think integrity comes into play. But above all, be honest. Be honest. Outside of that, and people can take this how the fuck they feel like as an oppressed race, as a man that's traveled the world multiple times, I can actually say I've circumvented the globe. Like, understanding is next. Like, everybody's not gonna believe what you believe. Everybody's not gonna see things the way that you see things, especially because they have not had the experiences that you have had. And lastly, especially because I don't know it enough, like, and playing back into understanding relationships and being the one and not being the one, I think I would embody in him a trait that I don't have. And that is the ability to know and understand when to compromise. And I say that from the perspective of, I would never tell my son to compromise on principle. But in relationships, there are areas that you need to compromise in because you don't know your partner's struggle until you fully get to know them. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they believe. You don't know how they see things. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you're compromising, how it affects them.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to know when and how to compromise. If they're truly passionate about something, you have to sit back and weigh do I care about this person more than I care about this situation?
Choose your hill to die on.
More so than anything. Because when you die on a hill that you didn't need to die on, what you lose is more than just that battle. You lose the person you was with, and you might have wanted to keep them.
And ask yourself, is he or she really worth?
Yeah.
What you're willing to?
Yeah.
Draw your line in the sand on, you know.
Because when you draw that line, there's no coming back.
And that's fine if you fully believe in what you're standing on.